Hey, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you around my workbench and what it takes to have and maintain bikes as a hands-on cyclist. I'm actually a mechanical engineer and a cyclist, so I do all my work myself. And so stick around and I'll show you what's on the workbench and all the tools needed to do that. Alright, so here we are at the workbench. This is just how it always is. I didn't clean it up or anything. It's just, this is what you see is what you get. I know where everything is. Bunch of stuff I've accumulated over the years. I've been cycling for about probably 30 years. I started off mountain biking. There's one of them over there. You might laugh at the funny road tires, but that's because I've been towing my kids around in the trailer. So I have road tires on it right now. I've been mountain biking probably 30 plus years. I just started road biking in 2008, 2009. So only about 10 years road biking, but been mountain biking for quite a while. Actually, I got another mountain bike up here. That's my original Cannondale. It's a single speed now, but aluminum can. I love that bike. Got it in like 92, I think, so a lot of years on that one. Here's how it is on a daily basis. I'm just going to walk around and show you what I got and what I use everything for. We'll start over here, I guess. See up there, these are reflective vests and reflectors for commuting. In the box, actually, is a bunch of old tools and stuff. Let's get that down and see what's in here. Okay, so these are kind of more specialty tools I don't use very often. And a whole bunch of old, super old bike parts in here. Let's crack this open, see what we got in here. There we go. Put it over there. So let's see. Some owner's manual. There's a kind of a specialty tool. Bottom bracket remover. For those of you who recognize that shape. So we're taking up bottom brackets. You need it. You got it. Shock pump to pump it up. Mountain bike shocks. Whoa. So, shock pump, bike shocks. Most of this other stuff is just old stuff from when I was a kid mountain biking. Old pump in there, some old spokes. I don't know what I'm going to do with those ever. Old stem, quill stem. Old headset, bunch of old stuff. I'll probably throw away most of this junk. Here's something funny. I used to drill out all of my things and make them super light. That one has a happy face. Here's some more drilled out stuff. I was in the weight savings when I was younger. There's some brakes. Nothing ever broke, but looks funny. Oh yeah, check these out right here. Some of you may remember these who used to mountain bike with me in the past. Remember those? Swiss cheese brake levers? Yeah. They worked. Saved some, pretty light. Look at all the drilling I did. Ridiculous. Anyway, so that's just a bunch of tools that I don't use very often, so they're in this box here. Let's put that back. And here, these are bunch of old bottle cages, I think. Yeah, bike locks, bottle cages. Okay, oops, got a piece of cable there. So that's back up there. Over here, here's the helmets. These are kids' helmets and pads and stuff. My helmets. There's an original helmet right there. Look at that. Styrofoam. Anybody remember these from the 90s? Helmets. This is my light stash over here. That's this hanging scale. So these are all lights. This is my commuter / night light. Night Rider makes some awesome lights. Light in here. And here, a whole bunch of more lights of various colors and sizes and shapes. Always need lights for safety. Sunglasses. Different kinds of sunglasses. Oh, there's another tool that should be in the box. Cable cutters. Gotta have cable cutters if you're gonna do your own cables. I've tried using wire cutters, and anyone who's done that know that turns like it's all frayed and bunched up. There's no way you can get it back in the housing unless you chop it with these guys. So those are a must-have if you're doing your own cables, cable cutters. Pile of gloves. Everybody's got a pile of gloves, right? Different colors, and that one's pretty old. Probably throw that one away. Look at that. Oh, that was my commuter glove. Got some long finger, short finger. Those are all my gloves. That's a new wheel magnet for whatever. Box for my stem. Awesome stem. Got these. Performance bike for those who don't know. Went out of business. Got this set of glasses for 70% off. That was awesome. Wore them today. I like new clear glasses. That's my road ID. Leave it out so I don't forget to put it on. Right there. This is a divider for my commuter bike bag. And over here we have some computers. That's my wireless one. I'm going to put that back on. The shock stop stem is it's not round, it's like squared off. See this? So I couldn't use the round mount, so I ordered something new to make it work, so I'm going to put that back on. That was my computer. I think that was the one I used on my mountain bike. A pile of tubes, lots of tubes, and more tubes. Can't have enough tubes. Oh, looks like that one's got a slow leak. That's a spare. These are latex. I've been using latex tubes lately. I find they're working out pretty good. These I got all four of these for like a couple bucks, because again, performance going out of business. And these are light ones too, so a little bit lighter. Got those on sale, so I figured I'd stock up. Must have hex wrenches. As you know, bikes are mostly, everything's hex. If you have a hex wrench set, you can do almost anything on the bike, except for a couple specialty tools here and there. What else we got here? A bunch of patch kits. Of course, everyone needs patch kits. There's a torque wrench. This is a 5 Nm torque wrench, so that's for stem bolts. That's these guys here, 5 Nm. I like having that because then I don't worry if it's not tight or too tight. It's just right if you get a torque wrench, so I find those helpful, mentally at least. I got some mountain bike tubes, like I said. See what's in here. I think these are, I got some brake pads in here. Those are for their Ace. What else? Oh, some more. Yeah, those are carbon wheel brake pads. If I need more of those, got them. You also see some various medals from centuries I've done. A couple triathlons. Let's see, this one was, 2010, 2014? Donica Malibu. That was fun. Moving on. Let's see. Got some new tires there. There's been wanting to try. Everyone's been riding these for the last so many years, right? Grand Prix 4000s. Finally got. They're expensive, so I never really got them, but got those on Black Friday sale. So I'm waiting to put those on. And these ones were out. These are Michelin. I've had good luck with these. Also, these Michelins. They're pretty good, but as soon as those were out, I'm going to the Continentals. It's supposed to be a pretty good feel to them, so I'm curious to try those out. And now we're on to the fluids. So, let's see, this is for carbon fiber assembly lube. So, for instance, if you're putting carbon fiber bar, or seat post for that matter, you gotta put some assembly lube on it. It's basically just like a abrasive material, gel-like substance. This is a really smooth carbon fiber. The finish on it, super smooth. So you need to put that on it to generate some friction so it doesn't slide around on you. Important to have, but you don't use it very often. Chain lube. Got a bunch of that. I think that came in a 3-pack, so I can see 2 more of them right here. Ceramic. This is what I use on my mountain bike. I use Pedro's. This is dry chain lube, because on a mountain bike, you're riding in the dust and the dirt. You don't want that dust to stick on your chain. It turns into an abrasive goo, and it'll chew up your chain, kind of like sandpaper. So I run a dry chain lube on my mountain bikes. What else is here? That is sunblock, but I actually don't use it for that. I use it when I'm patching my tubes. I roll this on it to do that, so that's what that's for. Dry chain lube, actually I use that for my pedals. These guys up here. See, again, you don't want to get sand and dust on your cleats because then it'll wear out those surfaces. So that's that. Oh, one tool I forgot to point out. Cassette tool, right? So if you're ever changing your cassette, you need one of those, specialty tool. I think I have one over here actually. Yeah, it's an old SRAM red cassette. This one broke. I'll show you. So cassette tool fits in there, of course, and then you tighten it on. So that's tightens on the lock ring. You need one of those if you're changing your cassettes. This one actually broke. This is a SRAM red, but if you can look back here, yeah, look at that. See that crack right there? Focus. Cracked on me. Couldn't believe it. That thing's really light, by the way. SRAM red cassette, super light, but even a little too light because it broke. Anyway, where were we? This here is the official Speedplay grease gun for pedals. So it goes in this little port right here, this little screw that comes out, and you actually inject this in. It's kind of like a high pressure grease gun. Injects it in there, and you can flush out the grease out of your pedal. So, do you need it? You don't need it, but it's going to last a lot longer if you're flushing out grease, putting your new grease in there. Don't use it too often, but it's there when I need it. Do that about probably once every 3 months. I'll re-grease, flush out the pedal grease, keep them running good. Speedplay torque wrench. Want that for, and I had a problem with this when let me grab my shoes. Actually, by the way, mountain bike shoes. I use these when I bike commute because I have to walk in them sometimes, so it's got the heel, so it's easier to walk in. Anyway, here's my road shoes back here. So Speedplay cleats. I got these shoes because these are one of the few where you could attach a Speedplay cleat directly to it. The others you would have to, or like the 3-hole version, then you have to get an adapter to attach the Speedplay, so that's more stuff and more weight, and it's not as low profile, so I went with this guy. But the screws that you can't see because they're behind this cover, it's very handy to have the torque wrench for those, because if you don't tighten it enough, they come loose, and that happened to me. I lost a screw, came loose, and then the whole cleat moved around. If it's too tight, then this little spring clip in here, if you tighten it up too much, this is won't move and do its job. So definitely get a torque wrench for your cleats. I recommend that. What else? Let's see. Chain cleaner. You saw me use that once. It's the Park Tool one. Comes with some degreaser. There's a little bottle of it over there. I still have some of that, so I haven't broken out anything else. Like, well, that's what this is for. The simple green degreaser. When I run out of Park Tool degreaser, put that in there. Then I've got Clean Streak for some spot cleaning. If I want to do a quick chain cleaning, I'll use that. And I don't know why I have wood glue on my bike workbench, but whatever. And a couple more fluids here. Got some Loctite thread locker. More Loctite back here. This is retaining compound. So I use that when I rebuilt the pivot bearings of my mountain bike. One of the shafts was spinning inside the bearing race and it was scoring the shaft, so to get to not do that, you put retaining compound on. Sort of like a glue, but not really, but it keeps the shaft from spinning on bearings. So it's up here. I've got some new chain rings that are ready to go in as soon as these ones wear out up here, which they are worn out. I just need to waiting to put those new ones on. The big ring's actually in our kitchen, hanging up a fruit basket, but that's the small ring that's gonna go on here pretty soon. Oh, and look, there's a bonus box over here. I think I ordered this stuff and then I just sat it out here and didn't put it away yet. What do we got in here? A bunch of stuff. patch kits and latex tubes and some bar tape in there. That's one thing I've actually never done is bar tape. So if anybody has any pointers, let me know. It's getting kind of worn out, so doesn't really need to be replaced yet, but coming up soon. So I got some tape because it was on clearance because Nash bars are going away. So got the tape, I'm ready to do it, but I don't know how. So that's one thing I'm gonna have to figure out how to do. So like I said, if you have any tips or tricks about changing out your bar tape, let me know in the comments below. So that is about it. Those are all the tools I have in use to maintain my bikes. Not a lot. So that's an overview of the Workbench. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the tour around my Workbench. And as always, enjoy your ride.